Welcome back, everyone. Climate change. Today's topic is climate change. I like to give a short introduction idea on climate change. What is climate change? Actually, climate change is the change in the environment. You can actually climate change is the result of many artificial activities like burning petroleum, excessive use of air conditioner, and such others. And the result of these activities fosters negative change on the environment. That is called climate change. Actually, carbon emission is created for those activities. Carbon is created for those activities in the environment, and that is why negative effect is created for those activities. This is called the climate change, and there are many negative effects or bad effects for this type of climate change on this earth. So today's discussion is climate change and the plan, how this climate change can be reduced or minimized. Those who are new to our channel, we request them to subscribe this channel to get such notification and information. Irish officials said in February of 2019 that the country would plant around 22 million new trees across the country each year until we see 440 million trees on the ground up to the year 2040. Actually, Irish officials means the officials in Ireland. Ireland is a country we know. So the officials in the Ireland, and they decided in the year 2019 that they would plant a lot of trees until we can see 440 million trees on the ground up to the year 2040. This means up to the year 2040 we can see 440 million trees on the earth, and this will decrease the negative effects in the environment. So this is a complex sentence. See, from this part, until we see 440 million trees on the ground up to the year 2040, this is an adverbial clause, okay, and this is a subordinate clause and this is an adverbial clause. So the two from here to here is a complex sentence. The massive number of trees can help combat the worst effects of climate change. We have already discussed that it is a plan of Irish officials to plant many trees, and we can see 440, near about 440 million trees. And actually the meaning of this line is that the number of these massive trees can help combat the worst effects. Combat means reduce, কমিয়ে দেওয়া. The worst effects means the bad effects or the negative effects of climate change. Massive trees can reduce the carbon dioxide in the environment, and thus the climate change can be reduced on our earth. Please notice this, that after help we need not use any infinitive verb. So after help we have not used any to. We have used the verb directly, combat, after the verb help. Here in this picture we can see the massive number of trees, and after many years we will see this type of massive number of trees in our environment for the benefit of our environment in this earth. The ambitious target were first reported by the Irish Times, which notes that the target for new forestry were part of the government's climate action plan, but specific numbers of trees were not released. Actually, the meaning of this sentence is that the Irish government had the target of planting massive trees, and this was published in the newspaper Irish Times first. And this shows us that the Irish government has a strong target or strong plan to activate and to implement this type of plan. But in that plan, no specific numbers of the trees were released. This means how many trees would be planted. Particularly, this was not mentioned in that plan. This is the another part of the sentence. We have added the two parts of the sentence with the conjunction but. So the entire sentence is a compound sentence. The sweeping proposal hopes to see Ireland transition to net zero carbon emission by 2015 through a series of measures, including a new carbon tax, increased investment in renewable energy, and a shift in agriculture and the land use. Actually, this sweeping proposal means this very important proposal which the government, Irish government has proposed. Okay, this is called here the sweeping proposal. মানে খুবই গুরুত্বপূর্ণ একটা প্রস্তাব. And this proposal hopes to see the island transition. Transitions means the change in the island. This type of change relating to the climate change, and this change in the island will make the net zero carbon emissions. So we have already discussed this carbon emission is a negative effect in the environment for the many artificial activities like burning of gas, like burning of petroleum, and excessive use of air conditioner and such other activities. So this proposal will combat the effect of carbon emissions, and this will make the zero carbon emission in our environment by the year 2015. And this plan has been designed through a number of measures. Measures means the ways, উপায়, বিভিন্ন রকম উপায়ের মধ্যে দিয়ে, such as a new carbon tax, increased investment in the renewable energy, okay, and the shift in the agricultural land use. Then what is the meaning of the renewable energy? Renewable energy is a energy which will not end for many years, which will not be exhausted after many years. Okay, non-renewable energy is burning petroleum, using natural oils, etc. They are non-renewable energies and they will be exhausted, they will be ended after many years. But renewable energy cannot be ended. For example, solar power system, solar energy is the renewable energy. Okay, biomass energy, wind energy, these are all renewable energy, and we can use this renewable energy for many years. That is why the government is giving importance to create this type of renewable energy. And also a shift in agricultural land use. The meaning of this is that there will be changes in the use of the agricultural land. Okay, using natural fertilizer or using the different ways of harvesting or agriculture in the agriculture land. So these are the ways through which the government wants to make a change. Here in this image we can see the example of some non-renewable and renewable energy. Non-renewable energy means the oil which will end up after many years, the coal, the power of coal, and coal will be ended after many years. But the renewable energy like solar system, solar power, biomass, wind power, etc., this will not end after many years, and we can use this renewable energy for many years. The Irish Times noted that the initiative has already faced some opposition from the farmers, who will need to be convinced to set aside some of their lands for the trees to meet the government's target. This newspaper has expressed, it has noted and it has expressed that this type of new change will face some opposition from the farmers, because all the farmers will not be agreed to use the new change in their land, and that is why they can make objection. That is why it is called that some oppositions can be created, can come from the farmers. And this is a challenge to the government, this is for the plan, because if the farmers make objection to implement the change in their lands, this is a major objection. That is why this can be a problem. The government has championed the climate plan as an imperative step to safeguard the country's economy against the worst impacts of global warming. The government has championed this plan. Champion means has supported, সমর্থন করা. The government has supported the climate plan as an imperative step, means very important, very active and very effective step to safeguard the country's economy. And the government has supported this plan to guard, to improve country's economy. Okay, economy means the financial part, the earning of the country. So the government has made this plan to support the economy of the country. Here, this country means the Ireland. We are meaning Ireland because we are speaking about Ireland. The worst impacts against the worst impact of global warming, and this will reduce the global warming because we know all these negative effects which we have already discussed are the negative effects on our environment, and that is why, and this can be called global warming. You know all what is global warming. Global warming is a result of the negative activities. Negative activities means burning different types of poisonous gases, harmful gases in the environment, and such other activities. So, in order to combat or in order to decrease the effects of global warming, the government has taken and the government has supported this type of sustainable plan. So, this was today's discussion, and I think that this discussion will give you immense knowledge on the climate change and the plan to mitigate this type of climate change in the world. If this video is useful to you, then please give a like and share this video to your friends and relatives. Thank you all for watching this video, and we will meet in the next video.